Good morning. Actually, I think it's afternoon. I think it's a bit after midday. It was my birthday a few days ago, and most of you know that. Thank you for your love. There's been so much outpouring on my page. It's been delicious. But somebody asked me, what does it feel like to be 60? Yeah, it was the big 60. And my first expression was bloody marvellous. You know what? Even before my logical mind could cut in and go over what, the past 60 years has brought to me, I felt the energy of who I have become. And it was so enlightening, so uplifting, so exciting. I was on an instant high, and where I've come from, where I've been, has been, hello Karen, has been absolutely incredible. I've had my best days, and I've had other days when, it's been low. Like all of us, I've had my fair share of struggle. But since I've become aware of, the universal laws and what life actually is, everything has changed. Since I've become aware of my own role in creating my life and the importance of thought and the importance of energy, I've been able to mould my life in ways that, are absolutely delicious. Perspective, hello Jen, perspective creates our life. Yes, things happen to us that we would not consciously choose, but they're chosen anyway. There's either a belief in our system that has attracted it, or there's something that we've needed to overcome to get to where we're going that has attracted it. Our energy is what does all the attracting, and it's very important to become aware of our energy, to learn to feel. Feeling is our direct connection, not only with our body, but with our inner being. And when we learn to truly feel, yes, feel our feelings, feel our emotions, but also sense our energy, sense the energy around us. It brings tingles to my skin every time I think about it, every time I connect. But, just taking even just a couple of seconds and really becoming present and aware, it's just absolutely delicious. And whenever we are struggling, whenever we are feeling bad, it's always our own thoughts that are making us feel that way. Circumstances might not look ideal, but when we know that we've co-created them, when we understand that they're a gift, yes, Jen, everything is a gift. When we understand that they're gifting us something, then we can take a different perspective. We can say, well, you know what? I'm not a victim here. I'm the one that has co-created this. And obviously the perspective that I'm taking feels uncomfortable, feels terrible. Then it's not the way my inner being is looking at it. There's a perspective that feels good. There's a perspective that will empower me. And, I've become over the last, I've been on this journey for more than a decade, but, in the last months, I've really become more of a witness to my feelings, witness to my thoughts. And when I say my thoughts, they're not even really my thoughts. They're just mind chatter. But by becoming the witness, I can watch these thoughts, these emotions, these feelings go past. And if I can stay relaxed, they just go through. I can choose which ones I want to interact with, which thoughts I want to interact with, which feelings I want to interact with. And, it means that I can choose the ones that feel good and play with them, knowing that they're my truth because they feel good. And the ones that don't feel good, I know that they're just mind chatter, something that I've attracted that isn't in resonance with me, so I can let them go. You know, whenever we struggle against a thought, whenever something feels bad and we struggle against it, we lock it into our body, into our field. You know, it's like closing the gate and locking the lion in, you know, and if we can stay relaxed and comfortable with it and just witness it and say, well, look at that, look at what's there, that's interesting, you know, then we can allow it to move through. And I think that's been my biggest gift. And just, you know, really noticing how and when I react to different things. And if I do have some sort of negative reaction, to reframe it, to look at where that negative reaction has come from and to address it and to feel it. You know, where is that feeling in my body? And stay relaxed to it and feel it completely so that it can move on. You know, life is about going beyond. And I've mentioned this so many times on my page. But, you know, when I was asked how I felt and before thought came in and I felt, you know, so exalted, so excited, so deliciously, you know, happy with where I am and who I am. And that was my inner being jumping out and saying, this is you, this is who you are. And, you know, and who I am now isn't who I am in the next moment. Who I am now is forever expanding. And the moment that we can realise that we're becoming more and more all the time, and we can keep reaching for that more and more, we can keep feeling into that more and more, then we open up to more of ourself. We become aligned to those highest versions of ourselves. And, you know, as we align higher and higher to those versions of ourselves, so too does the level of thoughts, the thinking that we have access to, the wisdom, the universal wisdom. You know, the more aligned we are with our inner self, with those higher frequencies, the more we can access. You know, I sit in nature. I love being by myself and just being and connecting, you know, connecting with the trees, connecting with the animal life, with the birds. It's so delicious. And from that perspective of being, you know, from those higher frequencies, the animal life and the trees are connected. You know, they don't have resistance. So when we don't have resistance, we have access to that wisdom that they carry, that they express. You know, we have access to their feelings. You know, to watch a bird take off and to be so in a line with it that you can feel its excitement, its freedom as it takes off from the ground, you know, and to be in that perspective where it's, you know, gliding along at several hundred feet, you know, and to be able to feel that expansiveness and that freedom is absolutely delicious. And this wisdom that's all around us is available to every one of us. We aren't limited except by our own mind. You know, when we get stuck in our mind and stuck in the mind chatter and, you know, we're not feeling good, we don't have access to all of this deliciousness that's there. So, you know, age is just a number. It's a human number. It's something, it's a label we've put on it. And, you know, we can make it limiting or we cannot. You know, our perspective is all that matters. And, you know, I'm delighted to be 60. You know, you all know I've been online. I've been working an online business as well as sharing myself openly and authentically, you know, online for a little bit. The business supports me to share my message. It gives me an income, you know, without me having to really do a lot. You know, my part of the work is sharing who I am, being open and authentic. And it supports me to empower others. And, you know, I love doing that. It's an absolutely wonderful business, definitely based in the laws of the universe, in supporting authenticity, in supporting individuality and freedom. It's supporting abundance, and when you join something that's really different to what you're used to, I've learnt the skills of personal branding and digital marketing, but with the platform I've got, I don't have to do any selling. I've got a platform that will deliver money into my bank account while I'm sleeping, or perhaps while I'm standing here talking to all of you. And isn't that what the laws of the universe are about? Being in our true self, being aligned, and allowing our energy to work on our behalf, to draw those people who are in alignment with us to us. Those people who want what I've got, who want time freedom, who want money freedom, who want to be able to share their own messages and to thrive. I had to face, everything that was holding me back when I joined this online business. It's about creating abundance, and you can't create abundance while ever you're in limited mind thinking, while ever you're lacking self-confidence and self-worth. So, I had to face all of my core issues to allow, for any sort of flow in my life. So, this business, as far as I'm concerned, has it all. It's got a wonderful community of absolutely enlightened, spiritually active, spiritually alive, spiritually authentic beings who support all of us. We support each other day in and day out. It's around the world. So, there is no one that joins that doesn't have access to this beautiful community and the support that it offers. So, I attribute my online business to, the amount of expansion that I've really had in the last 12 months. I don't think I would be the person I am today without that business. So, I am so grateful. But of course, it all comes back to me. I wouldn't have found that business had I not been open to it, had I not been open-minded and ready to have a look. Probably if I hadn't have been, needing the money, if things had been completely rosy, I wouldn't have taken it seriously. But I was also told soon after I joined, from my inner self, that I needed this business because of the leadership skills it was offering me. I needed to become confident in myself, to become the leader that I have become. And we all need to be leaders. It's not just the people who want to stand up and make an impact in the world. We've got to be a leader of ourselves, and until we're confident and, knowing ourselves and knowing our self-worth and standing up to ourselves, and that's what leading our own life is about, making ourselves so important that we become the focus. Because when we become the most important thing in our life, everything falls into place. Our cup fills up to overflowing. Then we've got something to offer and to give others. And, I think in the world that we've got around us, hello, Elizabeth, Madeline, until we stand up and become authentic and live from our heart, nobody else will either. And the more of us that become authentic and open and living from the heart, the more, we give permission to others to do the same. So, I believe massive change is coming to our planet, to humanity, and it all starts with us, with the individual. We can't force it on anybody else. We can only do for ourselves. So, my past 60 years have been exciting, have been interesting, have been up and they've been down, but all on purpose now. There's no going back. You can't unknow what you know, and I'm looking forward to what's in front of me and to what's coming. What I felt when I felt into myself. I felt excitement And that when you feel into your inner self, you're feeling into the essence of everything you're becoming. Yes, I might not have everything I've ever asked for yet, but the thing is, if I can feel it, it exists, even if it's just energetically, because we can't feel something that's not already there. So, I can feel absolutely everything that I've been aiming for, that I've been, part of my desires and my goals. And I visit them often, but I feel into them, and they feel real, and they feel exciting, and they feel delicious. So I know that they've been given to me, they've been granted. It's up to me to align energetically with them. So, that's where feeling comes in. Feeling, and accepting, and feeling without thought, but feeling into what's coming, and feeling from that place of relaxed, aware presence, so that we don't limit what we're able to feel by our thoughts. Anyway, have a beautiful day. This ended up much longer than I planned. Have a beautiful day. Find plenty to appreciate, because appreciation has changed my life so incredibly much. Just being grateful for what is and what's around me. And when you're feeling grateful and in those higher frequencies of love, you see your world differently. You're presented with different aspects of them, because you only receive what's in vibrational alignment to who you are. So when you're feeling love, your world literally changes around you. You align with those aspects of it that are in those higher frequencies as well. So bring your world alive. Absolutely appreciate, and have a beautiful day. Bye for now.